Hey, how you doing? If you watched my last video, it was for a Fender acoustic guitar, and I said I was going to make a notch straight edge for it because the likelihood of me seeing another one was slim to none. Well, guess what? Less than a week later, another one hits my bench. The thing about doing guitar videos, the more that I do, the more guitars show up on my bench, which is fine. I enjoy it. I think I'm pretty good at it, so why not? So this is a Fender made overseas acoustic guitar, and I think these things sold for around 300 bucks new, and it is gorgeous. I mean, Fishman Electronics with built-in tuner, lame peg head or strap button, of course, but it came stock with Graph-Tack saddle and Graph-Tack nut. The thing sounds great. It hasn't been played much. The frets need to be cleaned and polished. No big deal. The action is about, I don't know, 32nd to a 16th of an inch too high, so I have to adjust those. I'll file off the back of the saddles for that. The only thing about this guitar that's kind of lame are the tuning machines. So it's getting upgraded to some Goto. I'm hoping that these pin screw holes line up correctly so I don't have to tap, fill, and re-drill. I know that's probably not going to happen, but I think once the new tuning machines are added to it, this guitar is going to be amazing. And of course, shallower strap locks. Now, I am going to make a notch straight edge for this, and I'm going to make a separate video for that. So when I get done with that, we're going to go ahead and get these strings off, get the thing set up, polished up, ready to play, and looking beautiful. Stick around. The first thing I'm going to do is I made the neck with just the amount of relief that I want. In this case, it's set to about 10/1000ths of an inch. Then it's a matter of just getting close where I want the string action to be. And the high side is about 6/64s and the bass side is at 8/64. So I want to bring that down, and I'm going to need to bring that down to be about a 32nd of an inch on this side, and probably a whole 16th of an inch on this side. So I'm going to get the bass setup done with the old strings on it, because taking these acoustic strings and pins in and out all the time, there's a possibility of breaking strings. I really don't want to cash out a bunch of new sets of strings, new guitar strings today. So I'm going to do the majority of the setup with the old strings. Then once I get it close, I'll fine tune it once I get the actual new strings. And these are getting the Dario 10s. All right, and the nut action is a little high. Not bad though, so I'll probably address that as well. So time to get these strings off, get that nut settle or that bridge settle off, and take it over to the power sander and grind down the back of that a little bit. So I'm taking 232s off the bass side and 132 off the treble side. That should get us really close, but probably still a little high. I'll fine tune it later. I just want to get the majority of the material off. So now I'm going to temporarily tack that to a piece of scrap wood with some super glue so that I can control it easily on my disc sander. The right tool makes all the difference. That went really fast. Slide this back in, string it back up, tune it back up to pitch. All right, let's see how we did. Bass side is right at 5/64s. Treble side is just a skosh over 4. So we're going to call that a pretty good guess. All right, let's get these strings off and do all the upgrades, strap buttons and the tuning machines. All right, we got a little bit of sticker goo to clean up here. I guess it's the moment of truth. Try to find out if these tuning machines will fit without modification. My guess is no. They are off by like a millimeter. Barely off by a millimeter, but they fit through the slots. Guess I better see if the bushings fit. The bushings fit just fine. So it's just a matter of filling in these holes with some toothpicks and glue and putting some polyurethane over them, smooth them all out, and then re-drill. Stay tuned. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just taking some wood glue, getting it down that hole as much as I can. Clean up the excess as best I can. This is wood glue on top of polyurethane, so it's not really going to stick. Push it down as far as I can. Trim it off, not flush, just a hair above. I just take a screwdriver handle and squeeze it down in there as far as it can go so it's nice and flush with the surface of the guitar. Four more to go. Beautiful. So now I'm just taking a toothpick and applying a small drop of polyurethane just to seal the end grain of those toothpicks. You can see I got too much on that one. It's okay. That's all going to be covered up by the new tuner anyway. But we'll make it as nice as we can. Before I mount the new tuners, I'm going to go ahead and do this a little polish too. So that means we have to wait for this to dry. But that's okay. So I'll wet sand that when it's dry with some 3000, 5000. Then I'll take the buffing wheel to it to make it shine, and you'll never even be able to tell, aside from the fact that they're a different color, but oh well. All right, we're back. And so, you know, I got the headstock where it needs to be, filled in, pretty much dry. I'm going to wet sand that, and then I'm going to polish it. But while I was waiting for the poly to dry, I went ahead and took care of this strap button and another one of those cone things. But I was able to fill that with some 5/16 dowel, glue it in, so we'll drill that out and add some strap, put that strap button there, which should be good to go. So I've got some wet dry sandpaper soaking, and I'm going to go ahead and wet sand both sides of the headstock because there's some scratches up here which I'm not happy about because there's no scratches on any other part of the guitar. So do that and give that a polish, and we'll see where we're at. Then we'll have time to polish the frets. Oh, about that. So I had to go to my favorite online retailer and buy some stuff. Had to buy the tuning machines. Had to buy some. I'm sick and tired of dealing with wet dry paper to polish frets. So I went to that place, and the only reason I did is because they offered me a $10 bonus to come use them. So that $10 bonus pretty much negated the shipping costs. So I bought this stuff. I bought some fret erasers. I bought some tuning machines, and I actually bought a fret crowning file because my homemade file works great, but I seem to be doing more of these and more of these, so it just seemed like I needed to invest in some tools. So I gave them some money, I basically got free shipping, and they gave me some stuff, so life is good. All right, I'm going to start polishing that headstock. All right, starting out with the 3000 here. That looks better than it did when I started. Beautiful. I just need to snug these up a little bit. Not too tight. Those feel nice. Never used these go-tos before, I'm curious. All right, time to polish these frets. So I've never used these fret erasers before, so I'm going to start big. I'm going to start at 1200 and see if that's enough to clean these up. Nope, I think I'm going to start a little bigger, 800. Nope, 400. Yep, 400's the ticket. And we'll just go over these all with the rest of them until we're really fine. And we should be good. Ready to string this thing up. So I went all the way up to 2000 on these fret erasers. Honestly, I still think the wet dry paper does a better job, but maybe there's a learning curve. I'm still gonna go after it with the mothers because I just love shiny fret. And can't argue with the mother, right? Oh yeah. Shiny. All right, they're shining now. Now it's time for a soap and water bath and some fingerboard oil, and it's time for strings. Almost done. Well, I got the frets all polished. Not sure about them fret erasers. I think there's a learning curve there. But I went and polished them, I oiled the fingerboard. Time to put some strings in this bad boy. All right, got the strings on it. Intonation is pretty close. The D string and the B string are just a slight bit off, so I'm probably gonna have to tweak that sound a little bit, but let's see how I did on string height. 5/64s on the bass side. I wouldn't mind it a little lower, but that's okay. And 4/64s on the treble side. Perfect. Let's double check the neck relief. Neck relief is good. It could be a skosh tighter, but I'm going to go with it. This thing looks good. It sounds great. It now plays great. The frets are butter. These Goto tuners, I'm not sure how I feel about them. They're way better than stock. There is just a little bit of play. I mean, just a skosh. They're not Grovers, but had minimal modifications to make those fit, so well worth it. They're 200 times better than stock, so good to go. The only thing left I have to do is drill and mount the strap button here and replace this strap button with my pref, and we're good to go, but it's beautiful. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.